Transition into spring. While it's just regular rain right now, there is more severe weather around the corner. It's severe weather season again. Tonight, the National Weather Service hosted a SKYWARN class in Fargo to educate the public about severe weather. Valley News Team's Zachary.
Weather plays a major role in day-to-day life. This evening, the National Weather Service held a class in Fargo aiming to educate.
They can learn about storms, what certain types of storms look like, and then the best part, how to report those storms.
The Weather Service hosts SKYWARN Spotter training classes every year. Members of the public can attend in-person classes or they can attend virtually. The goal is that by teaching the public about weather, they will in turn help meteorologists create more accurate forecasts. This, according to Valley News meteorologist Eric Whitehill.
We have a couple of weather radars in the region, but they can't see what's happening down at the ground level. And storm spotters provide that information to the Weather Service and to other agencies and the media.
The Weather Service does two types of storm spotter classes. Basic classes cover severe weather identification and reporting. Advanced classes, like the one here tonight, go further and cover topics such as radar, climatology, and weather science.
This is one of the classes that, even as meteorologists and storm chasers, we want to participate in these because storms are a process. No single storm is the exact same as another.
Whitehill says beyond helping forecasters, learning about weather is important, especially in a region dominated by agriculture.
Learning more about severe weather helps all of us become better informed, and we have an idea of what's coming our way every single day.
Reporting in Fargo, Zachary Wyand, Valley News Live.
If you missed tonight's class, the next in-person one is this Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Grand Forks Public Works and Recycling Center.